everyone, this is Ahmed Kesser, and today's video is not about a Land Cruiser. It's about this 560 SEL that we've been working on and restoring for almost a year and a half now, and it's finally ready to go back to the customer. So I decided to make a short video and just talk about the restoration. This car came to us sometime in Feb last year, 2021, and it had been standing for a long time. The body didn't have any rust or corrosion or anything like that, but of course with age the paint had faded away, and a lot of the electronics, the suspension, the brakes, stuff inside the interior, the lighting, so a lot of stuff like that had, some of it had gone bad with age, some of it had just gone bad because the car had been standing for a long time. So one of the biggest challenges we actually had was finding parts for it, because it's hard to find parts for the classic 560 W126. It was quite a challenge. But anyway, this was one of the most challenging but also one of the most fun restoration projects that I've done, and we managed to get it back to what it used to be. Everything restored back to the way Mercedes had meant it to be, well, as close as we could. So all systems are go, and working on this car, there's so much that happened. I'm trying to remember everything and talk about it, but like for example, some things really took a while, the brakes being one of them, because there was a problem with the ABS, there was a problem with the calipers, the master cylinder. So one by one we had to sort that out. Let me give it a quick start. Oh, there's no key. Let me get the key. Let me give it a quick start. So when we first got this car, one of the things was it's been standing for so long because of moisture. I think that's a common problem with the older Mercs, that you had like fungus build up inside the cluster over here. So we had to open this whole cluster out. Clean it up very carefully and put it back in. So let me just give it a quick start. So there you go. When we first got this car, pretty much all of these lights were illuminated, one error or the other, and really happy and satisfied that all of them are gone now. There were bits and pieces of the wood trim which were broken. Finding those was really hard, but managed to find them. The AC wasn't working, compressor was bad, dryer bottle was bad, pulleys were worn out. Fixed all of that. All the power windows, music system, we had to put an aftermarket one because the original one was totally gone. But yeah, this worked out pretty well. So it's got a brand new music system, and the best part is that let me just show you the auto antenna outside. I'll just add that on the video. But yeah, the auto antenna was not working. We got that to work now. So as soon as you put on the radio, the antenna fills up. It's a really cool feature in the W126. Let's pop the hood quickly and have a look over there. So yeah, even things like, all the emblems were missing, but the lights were kind of faded out. The side lights, the indicator lights were broken. So we had to find all of these new ones. Well, in some cases we couldn't find brand new ones. So we cleaned up the engine bay, changed the plugs, the wires, the coils. The fuses were surprisingly all in good shape. All the belts had to be changed, and because the car had been sitting for a long time, there was a lot of dust and dirt. I'll throw in a picture of what the engine bay was like when it came. But yeah, cleaned it up as best as we could. Of course, the entire car was repainted. Of course, the entire car was given a brand new paint job. The entire exterior was repainted. That's actually an aftermarket antenna because unfortunately we couldn't source the original Mercedes antenna. The chrome was restored. We didn't change the chrome because it had a little bit of, it was a bit dull, but yeah, it was all intact, so we were able to restore it. The wheels were also restored. They had faded. What else? Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to make too many videos of this car while driving it like I do. Just a few of them which I'll throw in as part of this video to give you an idea what it's like. But yeah, everything else, like even the power seats were not working when it first came, so we had to open these up, fix the motors, the cables that come out which move these seats. Likewise with the front seats, everything's being restored and working properly. So yeah, I just want to say that, so yeah, as I was saying, working on this car taught me so much. Working on this car made me realize why Mercedes charges what they do because the level of detail and work that's gone into designing these vehicles, just opening up something like the gauge cluster. I mean, you don't see any screws and bolts in front, and I'll throw in a separate video on how I did it, but opening it up, you just pull it out. Each bulb, each wire is number tagged, so you just can't go wrong. And everything was serviceable back then. These cars were built to be serviced and fixed, as opposed to today where everything's just replacement. You don't fix anything. One of the things that really frustrated us, but then eventually we got it done, was the ABS unit, because it had been standing for so long with old brake oil and stuff. All the lines had gotten choked. We were able to open it, service it, put it back in, and boom, it was running like brand new. Same with the calipers. The suspension, unfortunately this thing had the hydraulic suspension. We were unable to source the hydraulic shocks for the rear, so we had to close that off and put the non-hydraulic shocks. That being said, the ride is still amazing. So yeah, I mean, it's been a pure joy working on this car. It's finally ready and to go back to the owner, and I've told them that they should drive it as much as possible, because one thing I've realized with Mercs is that the more you use them, the more you drive them, the less trouble they'll give you. But keep them standing, they'll start deteriorating, and then when you go to restore them, it takes a long time, and of course it costs a lot more. So yeah, just wanted to share this video of this restoration. I know we work on a lot of Land Cruisers, but this has been a different kind of cruiser, and it's made me fall in love with this car actually. I'm kind of sad it's going back to the customer, and I've really enjoyed working on it, and I picked up a lot of things. So anyone watching this video, if there's something, if you ever get stuck working on a W126 with brakes, suspensions, gauge clusters, and a lot of other stuff, I can't even remember it right now, but you can just write on my channel and I'll try and get back to you if I can help you. And even otherwise, the good thing was there's a lot of stuff, a lot of guys have done a lot of good work on the W126 and posted it. So YouTube's been a great help getting a lot of stuff sorted out. But one thing's for sure, finding parts for this, original parts, is not easy. So if you do have some, or if you can get them, they're like gold. Anyway, I'll try and post more videos because I've got a lot of stuff on this car while we were restoring it, and share them on my channel as and when I get some time. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of this video. Take care. Bye bye.